We are in Costa Rica's beautiful Arenal volcano and lake region. Come with us as we check it out. In our last video, we shared our favorite things to do in the Costa Rican capital of San Jose. In this episode, we're headed northwest to the Arenal volcano and lake region. After leaving the city, most of the drive is through lush green forests and pastures. It's a very enjoyable ride. After about a 3-hour drive, we arrived in La Fortuna. With about 16,000 people, it's the largest town in the area. It's considered the gateway to the national park. This stretch of Highway 142 that runs through La Fortuna has private wildlife parks, hotels, restaurants, and many other tourist attractions. If you get off the highway, La Fortuna is a typical Costa Rican town, complete with town square and a church. A block off the square at Avenida 331 y Calle 466, we enjoyed an inexpensive and delicious meal at Restaurante La Familia.
Back on Highway 142, we continued west. We finally arrived at our destination for the next 4 nights, Arenal Paraíso. This resort's beautiful landscaping combines perfectly with the surrounding nature. It has a patio restaurant, a beautiful swimming pool complete with bar, and most importantly to us, a series of cascading hot spring pools that get hotter and hotter as you go up the hill. Our room was basic but comfortable. We spent $192 a night, which was by far the most we'd spent on any hotel in our time in Latin America. We were there during a holiday week, so your price may vary. All of the rooms have views of the spectacular Arenal volcano. Let's check it out. Upon our arrival, it was covered in clouds, but we're here for 4 days, so surely we'll get better views. Our first night, we had dinner at the hotel's steakhouse. We shared a seafood salad. Jen ordered a steak that was coming in hot, and I had a chicken jalapeña. Everything was good except for Jen's steak, which was great news for this little guy who kept peeking over the wall. Since we were in Arenal, we called him Arnie, and Jen shared some of her leftover steak with him. This earned us the privilege of him spending the evening hanging out with us on the porch. We never saw him again after that night.
Back on 142, we headed west to see views of Lake Arenal, which turned out to be fleeting. We stopped for a coffee at a restaurant right on the highway, Pendola. The open-air dining room has beautiful views, and the stars of the show are the Montezuma Pendolas, which the restaurant is named after. These active and entertaining crow-sized birds are known for their unique calls and hanging nests. The proprietors of this restaurant were very friendly, and we enjoyed it so much we came back for lunch on another day.
Buenos días.
Buenos días.
¿A dónde estamos?
We're at the Parque Nacional Volcán Arenal at the Volcan section, and we're about to do a hike.
Yeah, there's 3 different trails, but they're all connected. So we're going to try to do all 3. Looks like it's going to be under 6 kilometers.
So not too bad.
Not too bad at all. And then there's another sector of the park, which is the Peninsula sector. And if we have time afterwards, we're going to go there. And that has some views of the lake. So should be a fun day in the national park. There's a sign here that shows the different sorts of wildlife that we might see, and there's quite a bit.
Vamos.
Besides wildlife, one of our other hopes for today is that we actually see the volcano. This is day 3 here, and we have yet to... Yeah, it's been lots of weather, and we have seen maybe the bottom half. And when we were out driving today, it looks like the fog may be burning off a little bit, so hopefully we see 2/3 of the volcano. Apparently we've made our way closer to the foot of the volcano and have reached a section where there is lava flow, and we've reached the Mirador Volcan, or volcano viewpoint. So far, our 3 days here in the Arenal area have yielded maybe half a volcano view, but the rest has been covered in clouds, so we're going to walk up here. We then made the short drive to the Peninsula sector of the national park that we referenced earlier. This part of the park is difficult to get to without four-wheel drive, but the out and back trail is paved and pretty easy. The trail takes you to the tip of the peninsula and provides excellent views of Lake Arenal. The lake is Costa Rica's biggest, and it's man-made to provide hydroelectric power to much of the country. On the way back, we took the alternate loop on the right. This was an absolutely gorgeous trail. Buenos días.
Buenos dias.
¿A dónde estamos?
We are at Mistico Park.
That's right. It's a famous park with hanging bridges that goes through the rainforest, and today is putting the rain in rainforest.
That's right. Muy lloviendo.
We're just getting started, and already we are getting ourselves soaked, but we're somewhat prepared, so we're going to make the best of it, and hopefully that keeps the crowds down.
Yeah.
Let's
I
do
don't
this.
think so, but maybe.
So we paid $36 for the self-guided tour on this path, this righteous path. They also have guided tours here. The website says this takes 2 hours, and we're going to try to take at least 2 hours. We're the type that like to spend a lot of time looking for animals.
Enjoying the flora.
See the flora as well as the fauna. So we're not going to try to race through this course, but rather enjoy every moment of it. And this first loop is called the Rufus Garden. It's an optional side loop. So that is where Arenal is, and we can see maybe the bottom third. It's time to play Spot the Serpent, the game where we show you a venomous snake and you see if you can find it. We're crossing the final swinging bridge here at Mystico Park and headed back to the beginning. Pretty fun day, huh?
Yeah, it was a fun place.
It's pretty cool the way they've cut this paved little trail that can let you explore all the way through what otherwise would be an impenetrable jungle. And we saw some waterfalls and some wildlife and stuff like that. So not super cheap at $36 unguided, but we did see, yeah, $36 a piece. Did see a little bit of wildlife and had fun.
It's a beautiful place.
Yeah. We were having lunch at a soda and looked across the street to see that the clouds were clearing, but this was as much as we would see of Arenal. Later at the hotel, it cleared up even more, and we even got a glimpse of the 10,000-foot peak, but it quickly covered up again, and that was that. On getaway day, we made our way around the lake, headed toward the northwest part of the country. One of the towns we passed through was Nuevo Arenal. This city didn't even exist until 1978, when the original town of Arenal was flooded after the building of Arenal Lake. During our 4 days in Arenal, we mostly enjoyed the hot springs and visited nature sites, but we know there's a lot more for us to do, so we'll be back. While this isn't a place that we'd want to live because it's so far from the coast, Arenal is definitely a place with a lot to do and see. Before heading out, we pulled over to a spot known for its beautiful views of both the lake and the volcano. Would our final opportunity to see the entire volcano prove fruitful?
In our next episode, we head northwest to the Guanacaste province. Join us as we check out beaches, towns, and wildlife along the west coast. If you enjoyed this adventure, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing if you'd like to see more of our travel and wildlife videos.